I want to cross over to Asha Mwilu, who's standing by at our City Center studios to just give us a breakdown and a run-through of what exactly politicians are doing in preparations of the ruling from the Supreme Court. Asha.
Yeah, thanks, Betty. Well, right now it's all about the battle to control Parliament, and what we know is that the two main coalitions are now intensifying their lobbying for positions in Parliament ahead of the official opening of the National Assembly and the Senate. Well, Jubilee coalitions and its allies will be heading to Naivasha tomorrow for a retreat, while CORD will on Wednesday meet in Karen here in Nairobi to strategize on how to win the crucial seats in both the National Assembly and in the Senate. Here are the details. The Jubilee and CORD coalitions will spend the next 2 days in retreats planned for the elected and nominated members of the National Assembly and the Senate. Led by President-elect Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto, Jubilee will meet in Naivasha, while CORD will be at the Cooperative College in Karen, led by its flag bearer Raila Odinga. Top on the agenda of these retreats will be to strategize on how to win crucial seats in Parliament once members of the National Assembly and the Senate are sworn in Thursday. Other than the highly contested Speaker's seats that have sent the two main protagonists into intense lobbying, candidates that will sit in key parliamentary committees will also feature predominantly. The race to control Parliament also took a new turn, with Jubilee coalition entering into a post-election pact with the new Ford Kenya ahead of the Naivasha retreat.
We are going to go out of our way to ensure that we create a government both in and outside Parliament that is going to be inclusive and that's going to bring the majority of Kenyans on board.
We believe this is the biggest task ahead of you and ahead of all of us to unite this country, to make an all-inclusive government that will unite everybody in Kenya.
Even before the retreats, however, various candidates eyeing the Speaker's seats were already lobbying their coalitions for support. In the National Assembly, Jubilee faces the heavy task of selecting between their two front-runners, Justin Muturi of TNA and Abdikader Mohammed from Mudavadi's UDF, which Jubilee has been courting for a post-election pact. CORD, on the other hand, only has Kenneth Marende going for that seat. In the Senate, the battle will be between URP's Francis Ole Kaparo, Ekwe Thuro and ODM's Farah Maalim.
I've served in all the major committees of the House. In fact, most of them chairing them. And the most important one as a member of the House and Procedures Committee and the temporary speakers panel.
I believe my experience and my past as the Deputy Speaker of the Kenya National Assembly through some very trying times when we had to move on the operationalization of the new Constitution, the implementation of the Constitution. I have what it takes. And I've said this with the support of Kenyans.
As to whether or not I have the necessary experience, the necessary capacity and ability to do this job, I think my record speaks for itself.
Legislators will be choosing a Deputy Speaker of Parliament, a Deputy Speaker of the Senate. Qualifications will be more paramount. Experience in the House will be more paramount.
I'm pretty sure by the time we get in as a CORD group, we will have agreed on who our representatives are for those two positions, and I will be lobbying very strongly internally for the Deputy Speaker.
The attention of the country is slowly shifting to the 11th Parliament, which will have a very crucial role over the next 4 years. For instance, the executive would have to seek the approval of the National Assembly before appointing cabinet ministers and other state officers. And it's for this reason that a sitting president would need a friendly National Assembly as well as a friendly Senate to run his day-to-day activities. And analysts say that the election of the speakers on Thursday will be the first of many showdowns that we should expect from the 11th Parliament. Asha Mwilu, KTN, Nairobi. Of course, Betty, as you've seen in that story, it's all about the battle to control the National Assembly and the Senate, because they're very crucial. They play a very crucial role in the next 4 years. As we know, the last government was a coalition government, and so we didn't have really a formidable opposition in Parliament. And now under the new constitution, the National Assembly will have even a greater power, because it will have to approve the appointees from the executive side, that's the Cabinet Secretary, and other very crucial state of